Welcome to Tech in the Car. My name's Oliver. This is the CUPRA Born. In this video, I'm going to explain the infotainment system to you, go through it step by step so you understand what everything does. I borrowed this car from Seat and CUPRA here in Oxford, so please give them a visit if you're after one of these cars. They're very kind to lend me this car. And don't forget to check out my full review of the CUPRA Born as well, which is an electric car which I really love. But let's get on to the infotainment system in this car now. We've got these widgets in front of us, so this takes us straight through to navigation, straight through to the media, and I can swipe up between radio and then our media here and see our recent destinations. This will show me any phone calls I've made. I can see our CUPRA drive modes as well, see our air conditioning, and we've got our tutorial as well, and I can go between the air conditioning like this. So I don't need to use these slidey buttons at the bottom here, which not everybody likes. I can just do it like this. So we've got our overview here. We've got our apps button, which takes you through to your apps. And you can see you've got navigation, media, telephone. We've got Android Auto or connected, full link, depending on whether your phone is connected or not. Stationary AC, vehicle, driving data, air conditioning, sound, users, settings, legal notice, help, and store. So that's all of our apps. At the bottom of the screen here, we have our navigation button, our media button, our phone button, Android Auto connected apps. And then we can add items by pressing this button. If I wanted to add stationary AC, I'll just do that and it will appear down here. And now it's a permanent item on here. And if I tap and hold it, I can then exit out and then it will go back. So we've got that option there to control that. To the right, you have your car icon, which will take you through to your driver assistance. And then you can go through and look at the driver profiles. We can see our parking assistance. So if I click on parking assistance, it says park distance control, and I can turn it on and off, and I can see how it works. We've got our smart assistance, which is our lane assist and our adaptive cruise control settings, all those kinds of things. We can turn on the stability control quickly there. We've got auto hold on here, lane assist, adaptive cruise control, which if I tap on it, it will then show me what that is. It will explain what adaptive cruise control is, and then it will say respond to road layout, respond to speed limit. That will change the speed up and down depending on the road that you're on, which is very clever. We can go into our, into our lane assist settings here. We can have it so the steering wheel vibrates and it will tell you again what lane assist is. So it's just very well designed, if you ask me. Driver alerts will give you alerts, road sign display will give you speed limit warnings as well. Your driver alert system, which will let you know if you're tired and your driving isn't as attentive as it could be. So very easy to see. Drive profile, we've got range, comfort, performance, and individual. So on this car, you can change between them. With individual, you can tap on that and you can go into configuration and you can choose individual settings for steering, between comfort, performance, engine. Of course, it's got a motor, so there's no engine, but performance, range, and comfort, adaptive cruise control, comfort, performance, and range, and then you've got your air conditioning. We've got our e-manager underneath that, where you can see your charge. You can set up routines based on your position, so it will automatically charge. We can choose our background lighting. Now, I love this. We can go between off, cold, which is, I guess, blue, calm, which is kind of a lighter blue, active, which is a red, wellness is kind of green, warm is yellow, individual, which will let me adjust it using all of these colors down here, as you can see there. And I can press that button to choose individually what I want that to be. So I can have that as yellow on the doors and the center as red, or I can have them both as red, or I can have it as purple. And I can adjust the brightness as well on all of them. So I can have them all at maximum like that. Just tap on it and then I can increase it. If we go into navigation, you can see the map. The map is very easy to use. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. It's very responsive, and you can search by points of interest, or you can manually enter your destination. And then the navigation system will show you the range as well in a circle, so you can see how far the car can go. And you can also search for charging points by charging type and speed as well. So it's a very easy to use system. And then we can go to our settings. By the way, as I'm going through these menu options, it's going very quickly. I'm not feeling any lag here. This is nice and easy to use. And then our general settings, our exterior settings, and it shows here a diagram. Comfort light, which is your lights, how long they turn on when you're getting it out of the car. And then we've got our headlights with our light assist when you go around the corners, so it lights up the road. And travel mode, if you go to another country in Europe, it will change the side of the light so it doesn't blind anyone coming towards you. Interior settings, We can adjust our head-up display. We can turn the augmented reality directions on and off. We can adjust the position. We can adjust the brightness. We can change the color scheme from snow to standard. We can choose what content we want to show on there as well. We can go into instrument, cluster settings, so we can reset our mileage, our long-term, our trip recorder. We can go to our interior lighting, adjust the brightness, which is also the same as the ambient lightings. And you can obviously go around like this, and then you can see your windows, wipers, and mirrors. Do you want them to auto fold? Yes, we do want it to do that. Press that button to go back to the home screen. That button lets us go back to the home screen. Now on the climate, so this is quite clever. Now we've got these touch sensitive buttons underneath, or sliders I should say, to adjust the volume in the middle and temperature on the sides. But you can also do it at the top here, because there are buttons at the top here. This will allow you to turn the heated seats on and off. This will allow you to turn them on in auto. This is your air conditioning auto. Or we can turn it off. I have to go into the settings. We've got eco here. And we can adjust the temperature like that. I can go straight into my climate settings like that and just turn it off. So you don't need to use these buttons. We've got quick settings. I can go to iClimate, which is intelligent climate. I can warm my hands if my hands are cold, warm my feet if my feet are cold, cool rapidly if it's hot, cool my feet if they're hot, get fresh air in, and defog the windows. And we've got our air care climate. So I'd point out that you do not need to use these if you don't want to. You can do it in the dark. It's fine. It will work. Then at the top here, we have these little widgets. We've got our mode for privacy, and you can adjust whether it sends data to the app, because you can set up the app on this car. We've got auto hold, Bluetooth, and hotspot on our navigation announcements as well. And I can swipe to the side here and I can see notifications. And I can delete my notifications or leave them as they are. If we go back to our main apps menu here, again, we can go into our driving data, so we can see how far we've driven, what our average efficiency is long term since charging. We can see the status of the car. Is the tire pressure okay? Everything's okay. Yep, no problems there. So that's nice and easy to use as well. So with sound, we can adjust how we want it to sound. Do we want it to sound bassy, like a club, like it's authentic, like it's a radio? And where do we want the sound? At the front, at the rear? So we can adjust all of that as well. Tap it again and it goes back to the overview here. And then users lets you add users as well. So you can add a user or change a user. And again, if I press the home button, it takes us back to the widgets, and then it takes us back to the app menu. And then we've got our store, which will allow you to do things like download and activate features if they are available on your car, if it doesn't already have those features available. Let's look at Android Auto. I can tap on it and it will take me straight to my maps if I want to go into my maps and see where I am. And of course I can change it so we've got our satellite view, which looks a lot cooler when you're in the middle of the countryside. And I can of course move it around, and it's very fast and very responsive, no issues there. I can go into my music, I can go through my apps, everything exactly as you would expect on Android Auto. And obviously I can use Google as well to give directions and ask it to take me places. So we've got that flexibility. With Apple CarPlay, it will work exactly the same way. Looking at the digital driver's display, it's very basic. You can see your speed, you can see your driver assistance settings, whether it's on or off, and you can also see other information like your navigation. You can swipe using the touch sensitive buttons on the wheel. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful to learn a bit about how the CUPRA Born infotainment system works. Please give me a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, let me know, and check out my video full review of the CUPRA Born on the channel. Thank you very much.